Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. You are tuning in to Up in the Clouds with Ari. And if you're new, hey, what's up? Welcome to my channel. And as you all know, and if you don't, well, now you're gonna get introduced that we do affirmations here before we start our video. So our first affirmation is I am beautiful. Please don't ever forget how beautiful you are. The second affirmation is I am valuable. You are just worth the absolute most. Like, you're just worth the world. You're everything. And the last affirmation is I am capable. Like, don't doubt yourself. Don't down yourself. Lift up yourself because you can do it. You can do it all. And now we are going to get into this video. And today we're going to just be talking about basically my experience that I've had with, just becoming a woman and just being a woman, in society today and things like that. And I thought I had an outline for this video, but I don't. So, we're just going to run with it. And, whatever we say is what we're going to say. But today we're just really going to be focusing on the power and being a woman, owning that power, understanding the beauty that you got within yourself and how magical you are. Because, look, it's been a journey. It's really been hard to, understand that. So I'm going to just be talking about my experiences. Maybe some of you can relate and things such as that, just so you can just get a different perspective on, I feel like, my journey within my life. And first, I think I'm going to start off with some of the questions that I had for this video. So one of the first questions was understanding the value within ourselves. So, like, how can you do that? And I think in order to understand the value that you have within yourself, especially as a woman, you just can't let people get to you, because there is always something that somebody got to say about something. There's just always going to be something that somebody has to say, but you have to allow yourself to just really block away some of those opinions, especially if they are very negative, because they can be harmful to realizing your own self-worth and your own self-value. Because a lot of the value that we have within ourselves, like, it deteriorates when we have outside people telling us negative things like, you aren't this, you aren't that, and all that other stuff. So in order to find that value, you got to let go of that. Like, you just really have to separate yourself from all of those outside opinions and focus on the opinion that you have about yourself. Because really, the opinion that other people have about you, I'm gonna be honest, it don't matter. It really doesn't. What matters is how you view yourself and how you feel about yourself. And you got to feel good about yourself. And once you start distancing yourself from what other people think and feel about you, then you start to kind of just realize, I only felt that way because they felt that way about me. I never felt that way about myself. So that's when you kind of really start to realize the value that you have within yourself and the worth that you hold. So yeah, don't let nobody try to push you down and try to tell you whatever. Because look, that energy is not what we're on. And another question was about, how do you maintain being vulnerable but also strong as a woman? So with women, I feel like how women are viewed in society, they're kind of viewed more as like emotional already. So I feel like people already kind of see women as vulnerable in terms of, being able to open up about emotions. But it really depends on your experience, because how vulnerable you are as a person depends on how you grew up. I want to say as a child, in your environment and the different support systems that you had as a child, because somebody who may have been supported with their opinions and thoughts, like, openly expressing that, they may be able to be more vulnerable than somebody else who wasn't able to have that support. Like, every time they expressed their thoughts and feelings, they were shut down, which is kind of similar to my experience. Like, every time you express your thoughts or feelings, you were kind of shut down, you weren't supported. So you feel like being vulnerable wasn't really good, because you're like, okay, why be vulnerable if I feel like nobody cares? But in order to, I feel like, create and establish relationships, you have to be vulnerable, and you have to establish some type of trust between somebody where you can just feel like, it's okay to express yourself. It's okay to show your emotions and tell somebody how you feel, because people are really quick to silence other people. Like, no, don't let nobody silence you. Like, it's okay to be in a space where you feel comfortable, and and I really want people to feel confident enough to just really express how they feel and what they want to say without being judged. And I think a lot of times people don't want to be vulnerable, especially myself, because of the fear of just being judged. And you just kind of have to let go of that fear, because really nobody can judge you. Nobody has the right to judge anybody. So just let that go. Like, and how can you also be strong? So I think there's like this really big idea of women, especially Black women, needing to be strong. And I just really wish people just would stop putting that on people, even like just women in general, and mothers and things such as that. It's like, okay, you have a lot going on. So, you want to be strong. You want to be the person who's the foundation, who's the rock, holding everybody up. But you also have to care about yourself. And sometimes when you're being strong, it comes at the expense of yourself. So I think it's okay for you not to be strong all the time. Nobody had, like, you don't have to be strong all the time. It's okay to, feel upset. It's okay to feel angry. It's okay to feel sad. Like, allow yourself to just really freely express yourself, because I feel like sometimes when you're being strong, it causes you to portray an image that may not be, I guess, in conjunction with what you feel inside. So it's like, you're portraying this I'm strong, I can do it, you know, image on the outside, but like on the inside you don't feel that way, and you have all of these pent up emotions because you feel like you have to portray this certain image. And look, I'm here to tell you now, you ain't gotta portray nothing but yourself and be yourself, because you can't be strong all the time. It's okay. Everybody needs help throughout life. You can't get through life without help. So just kind of just realizing that, like, it's okay not to be okay, and you don't have to hold it down all the time. Like, if you need help, ask for help. Like, don't drain yourself, and just be in a space where you trust yourself and you feel okay enough to just be open and show people who you really are, because look, you're amazing. And when you show people that, they're like, ooh, like, yes, I love you. You are just an inspiration. So don't be afraid to just show people how amazing you are and who you are. Like, be true to yourself. And I guess now I want to talk about finding the power in like being, I guess, a woman, because I feel like growing up, especially me, it's a certain way that girls are taught. Like, you're taught you have to look a certain way, you got to act a certain way, you got to dress a certain way, you can't talk about this, you can't talk about that. Like, it's just so many different restrictions that are placed on young girls growing up that are absolutely ridiculous. Like, and it definitely does vary depending on the culture and where you live at, but there's just so much put onto young girls. Like, there's just so much pressure put onto young girls that when they grow up into adults, it negatively, I want to say negatively impacts their growth depending on the amount of pressure that is put onto them. So a lot of times it's just like the roles within society has changed. So of course, some of the roles previously, a while ago, used to be like, women were only like in traditional roles, housewives, just taking care of the kids, stuff like that. But now, as things are transitioning, women are becoming more into different roles and into leadership roles, becoming bosses, becoming CEOs, becoming all of these different amazing things. So, the gender roles have definitely been flipping. And I think it's important for people to just kind of really recognize that women can be up there, and they are up there, and they will always be up there, because a lot of times growing up, it's like women are placed down, in my opinion. All of this stuff is in my opinion. So, I mean, different people can have different opinions about this subject, but I'm just speaking from my perspective. And I feel like, women are placed down because we live in a patriarchal society. You guys know what I'm saying, but the patriarchy. we live in a society ruled by men. I don't care what anybody says. It's a man's world. Even though are men the I want to say there's more women in the world than men, but don't fact check me because I don't know. But I do want to say there are more women than men in the world. So, but most of the high establishments and things such as that, it's a lot of men in power with the government, you know, different positions and roles within companies and stuff are predominantly taken over by men. So, I mean, there's always that sense of, I feel like men have like this sense of entitlement. And when all of these women are becoming into these roles, like, all of these CEO roles, it's kind of challenging the system. It's like, hold on, you're supposed to be at home taking care of the kids, and now, like, you're my boss. Like, this don't work out. Like, I feel like that's how some men may think, not all men, but women are really challenging the gender roles right now, and they're really switching, what it actually means to be a woman. Because some people clarify or, associate being a woman with different duties. And being a woman is more than what you do. It is who you are. It is what you embody. And I think right now what I'm trying to do is just really encourage women to just embrace their femininity. Embrace the power that you have within yourself, because a lot of times, I know when I was growing up, that was kind of like suppressed. Like, no, you can't do this. Like, you're a girl, you're not supposed to do this, stuff like that. But I'm a girl, and so what? I'm gonna still do it. Like, who are you to tell me what I cannot do because of my gender? Like, don't let any of that stuff limit you. I say break all the barriers, break all the glass ceilings, break it all. Because right now we're living in a world full of transformation, and what worked back then, that don't work right now. It doesn't. So now I'm going to move on to talking about beauty, because the beauty standards within society for women, depending on where you at, look, right now I'm gonna tell you, any beauty standard or whatever you think a beauty standard is, just drop it. Like, because I know growing up in the media, like, you see different portrayals of women, and what's seen as the ideal woman, how the ideal woman should be, how the ideal woman should look, how she should walk, how she should dress. You see all of these crazy images in the media, on TV shows, on movies, on the news. Like, this is like all you constantly see. So as growing up, little girls are like, okay, yes, this is what I have to be in order to be accepted into society. And now you're realizing, when you're growing up, you're like, all that stuff they taught me, like, all of that stuff was really just lies. Like, I don't have to be any of this at all. Like, and it's crazy because we are taught to we have to fit a certain mold in order to navigate through society. And that's not realistic. Like, that's terrible. It's just a terrible teaching, in my opinion, to little girls. And yeah, there is no type of beauty standard that you have to fit. Like, you are freaking gorgeous. You are out of this world beautiful. Like, it don't matter what you see on TV, especially social media. Please don't compare yourself on social media, because, with social media, they have all of these ideal images, all of these ideal body types, how you should look, what's the ideal woman. Like, this junk is crazy. Like, no, you don't need any of those. Like, you are already beautiful, and you just need to recognize that beauty within yourself. Who cares what other people think? Look, I'm telling y'all, it's not about them. It's about you. So they just upset about how amazing you are. I'm telling y'all, they're just really upset about that. But yeah, like, just don't compare yourself at all. I think that's just really something I've had to learn throughout my journey, is not compare myself. Like, okay, yeah, cool, there's a woman who looks like this. Okay, cool, I'm not her. I'm me. Like, I can't be somebody else. I can only be me. So just really think about that and consider that when you're doing different things and how you're viewing yourself, because a lot of times we view ourselves based on how society views us. And get rid of that. Like, don't view yourself from the lens of somebody else. View yourself from your lens. View yourself from your own eyes. Yeah. And I guess now I'm just going to start talking about finding the magic within yourself, because look, we are magical. We are. Like, as women, y'all know how much we do. The very essence of just being a woman is just magical within itself. Like, you can't tell me nothing at all. Like, I just feel like, just already, just, as a woman, you just already exude that magic, and you already just exude all of this just beautiful greatness and this elegance, and you got to own it. Okay? Own the magic. That's why people be trying to put people down and make people doubt yourself, because once you discover the magic within yourself and the potential and value within yourself, like, you're unstoppable. Because before, you didn't know all of that stuff. So, you was down yourself. You was like, I don't really know if I could go into this field because, men are in this field. Or I don't really know if I could, like, dress this way or go out this way because I want to be looked at as, like, a certain way. Like, no. Once you just realize the essence of just your being and you existing is just already magical, all the thoughts and all the judgments, all that stuff is gonna go out the door. Because like I said, at the end of the day, people always go say something. But who cares? Like, own it. Own everything you do, own everything you say. Like, do not be silent about nothing. Because people wanna silence us. And like I said, this is my opinion. But I feel like, people are very quick to be like, this is not your place, you should stay in that place, no, we're not going to talk about that, like, stuff like that, like, no, this isn't true. Like, people are very quick to shut other people's opinions down. But I'm going to say, speak your truth, live your truth, own your truth, because it's your truth and it's your story, and nobody can take that away from you. And I feel like a lot of times, especially with different scenarios and situations, especially in the media and stuff like that, how people are very quick to say different things or like false allegations and stuff like that. And people are very quick to victimize people and stuff like that. I don't know if I said that right. Maybe not. Maybe the word isn't victimize, but people are very quick to shame the victim. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. People are very quick to shame the victim in different situations. And I know you guys seen this in social media when different women come forth about different things that happen, and people are very quick to be like, girl, that didn't happen to you, or, this was your fault, stuff like that. Like, people are very quick to say, like, crazy things such as that. And I really hope that I'm not triggering anybody when I'm repeating these words. If so, I'm sorry. And if you need to click out the video, you definitely can. But yeah, people are very quick to say different things and judge somebody else's story and, invalidate somebody else's opinion. And right now, what I want to do is, I don't want you to feel like your opinion is invalid or anything. Like, I want you to live your truth. I want you to, like, if you got something to say about something, don't be afraid to speak on it. Like, it's okay. Like, push those barriers, push those conversations that need to be had, even if it's controversial or if it's seemingly taboo. Like, push those things, because, there are different double standards that exist. There are so many different things that exist. And you know what? Challenge it. Challenge the status quo. I'm all about that. But yeah, do that. And especially when I feel like as a woman, there are so many different things that are trying to tear us down. And one thing that we do not need to do is tear each other down, okay? Because I've been seeing people tear each other down, and girlfriend, y'all gotta stop that. Like, there's already so much against us. And if y'all don't believe there's so much against us, I mean, it's just based off of personal experience. But there's already, so many things that you already have to go through and deal with just being a woman. So why add on to the negativity? Like, girl, you should be uplifting her. If somebody crown down, put her crown back on her head and tell her to lift her chin up and walk with pride. Like, we're not pushing nobody down. We're not downing anybody, nothing. Like, I'm all about uplifting women. So I definitely feel like it's very important for us as women to help uplift each other and to help support each other, because, at the end of the day, we all do go through similar experiences and similar things. So don't be tearing somebody down, because I do see on social media all the time people tearing each other down. And, like, that's not okay. It really isn't. No matter the situation, no matter anything, it's never okay to tear somebody else down, because what do you gain from that? You don't gain anything. You don't, like, at all. You don't gain anything from that. But from lifting somebody up, what you gain from that, that is just, you can't even measure the amount of value that you add to someone's life by just lifting them up and supporting them. So yeah, definitely aim to do that, you know, support somebody whenever you can, and things such as that. But yeah, that's kind of really all I wanted to talk about. It's just, you know, the power and just owning being a woman. Like, y'all, we are amazing. We're beautiful. We're unstoppable. Like, it's crazy. I could go on and on and on just about, you know, the growth that we have just came through. Like, we really have grown so much in society, especially, you know, in terms of like rights and things that we can do. Like, you know, we are continually to set the bar high and continue to break barriers. And to all of my women out there, continue to be amazing. Continue to challenge, you know, the status quo. Continue to just embrace every single thing about yourself and be unapologetic. It don't matter, you know, wear what you want to wear. I'm a big fan of wear what you want to wear, say what you want to say, do what you want to do. Just live how you want to live, because it's your life. Like, who cares if you feel confident, if you feel comfortable, like whatever you want to do, even if you're a little bit scared and you doubt yourself, baby, just do it. Because at the end of the day, this is your life. Live it how you want to do, live it on your own terms. Don't let other people stop you from enjoying your life. Don't live in your own truth, and you're going to attract the right people around you regardless. So, you know, when you're on that vibration, you're going to attract other like-minded women, because like I just been seeing so many boss women, so many amazing women, and I'm just so proud. I am so proud of just everybody and everything that they're accomplishing. It's just so amazing. But yeah, we're going to close it out with our 3 affirmations, you guys. So 1, I am beautiful. 2, I am capable. 3, y'all see the 3, I am valuable. And thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed this video. You know, you can like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what other kind of content y'all want as well. But yeah, bye.